Hi, we will be refactoring our first project, which is movie store project, well known, refactoring the book's first chapter from first chapter. Yeah, let's continue. Assume you are given the responsibility of maintaining and updating this project. Okay, this code we will be studying later on, but this is your responsibility. Like you just started in a company and they give you this code base, and then you will be adding more features and maintaining this code base. I'd like to firstly reserve your patience, okay? Because if you look at this, up to 60% of maintenance efforts is spent on understanding the existing software. So this is really important. Sometimes we rush to directly try to add, change stuff, but first you need to understand what is going on in this place. So I'm giving like, example like you have a full of furniture and bookcases and other stuff. There are many stuff, and you would like to organize that room. Firstly, you need to study. Do you have bookshelves? Do you have furniture? Do you have other stuff in place? And where should you put all of them and plan? Where is the window? You need to study the room before doing any changes. Otherwise, it will be costly. Like you put stuff. Oh, I did the wrong place. I need to change and this and that. That will be a problem. So we need to study the code. I will be showing you the code. And here is the Uncle Bob says, indeed, the ratio of time spent reading versus writing is well over 10 to 1. So 10 line of code, you will be reading 9 of them, and one is just writing maybe, but it says well over that. We are constantly reading old code as part of the effort to write new code. So the main purpose is making it easy to read, makes it easier to write, so we can change stuff. Change is our constant, what is that? Also battle and also good blessing at the same time, because if there's no change, this means uh, there's no opportunity to improve, or there is no request, and this software becomes obsolete. So, what are your first impression about the design of this program? We didn't look at the code, right? So we'll be studying the code together. I'd like to show you. Let me do this a little bit. Let's discard this, go back to here, and create a new project, and let's call it movie. Okay, this I will choose default ones, and here we have the source folder, and I'm going to copy from this window, which is the first version of it. Okay, when you right click copy, I just copy the Java code, and I right click and paste. I can use also Control V, but I'm just showing this. And the project is here, and there are so many warnings. That's okay, we can fix that later, all of them. Moving this to the side, out of our way, and we will be studying the code together. Okay, let's go over here, and then we can go over the slides also. So I'm going to open this each one in a big screen. This is customer with. Okay, looks like we don't need to spend so much time over here, but this is the main function. This is the driver. So there's an example how to create a customer object, looks like how to create different movies and create a rental. You pass the movie and you pass one more parameter. We don't know what is this. And then we add the rental to customer. Looks like customer wants a rental. So, and then you have one statement function for the customer one, for the customer to another statement function. You call and it returns us some text. Okay, let's start a little bit. This first object, the customer, let's look at that one, which is here. Oh, customer is a little bit big, right? Let's see. It is this much. I mean, 67 lines of code. You don't need to do, big refactor on a big complex thing. Everything is actually the same thing you are going to repeat, like renaming a variable names and renaming a function, slicing functions, moving stuff to for another class or merging them. So these are the actions. Sometimes people say we want to, so much complex things, but then you cannot learn because it is too big to understand. So the customer class has one and two. member variables looks like. One of them is the name, most likely name of the customer. Let's put this to the side. We can see both of them at the same time. I just dragged and dropped to the right. So look at the customer has a constructor over here and same. So we pass the name Bob and customer name will be assigned to Bob. Okay, cool. So, and what do we have? The customer, we use rental. But before that, I'm going to go with the same order. We have movie, and then let's see what does the movie means. Let's go to the movie. Here is the movie. Movie has three constant variables. This final int 0, 1, 2, new release, regular, and children's. Okay, there are these numbers, and I wish these were ordered also. So the movie has a title and movie has a price code. So this is the price code. So when I look at this one, let me move the movie somewhere here. If my screen, if it fits, move this to the side. Movie has the name we said, and 2 is the price code. So the price code is this one. So let's see what is this price code means. We will learn what is 0 means, 2 means, 1 means. Okay. So that's it. Actually, movie class doesn't have much. A title and price code and get price code, set price code, get title. These are getters and setters. So very simple class. So later on we create a rental. Let's go to the rental. Rental also simple data class looks like. And rental has a movie, one movie, not movies. So rental related and also days rented. So if you look at here, we have this rental movie one. This one of these movie, Dumbo, Jaws, or Ghost, whatever, and these are the number of days we are going to rent. So later on, we go to the customer, each customer, customer one, customer two. You add these rentals. Rentals has a movie, and rentals has how many days you are renting that movie. And later on we have customer one dot statement. It gives us the statement. So that's all looks like for all these things, but I am not clear about what does this price code means. So let's look at a little bit study about the statement function. What is going on over here? Let's reduce this. We don't need that much. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this for now, so I have more space here. So when we add the rental, we have this rentals add element, which is a vector. Are you happy? Maybe I can use list, array list, or something like that. This is a legacy system. They are using that. And then get name is the customer's name. Okay. How about the statement function? This looks like a little bit long, but let's try to understand. So statement, firstly, why don't we run this code before we move forward? I will right click over here, run as, and Java application. It is here. So it says rental record for Bob. Yes, this is the Bob names come. Dumbo and Jaws. Dumbo and Jaws, movie 1 and movie 2. We added movie 1 and movie 2 for this person. Yes. And then the amount owed $8 and 2 frequent renter points this person get. Another one's N. Here we go. He has 2 ghosts. I don't know why a person wants to have 2 of them, because you can watch. Maybe they're gonna gift to another person for a day or so. So, and then this is the total amount. Looks like these numbers, when you add up, adds up to this one. So it looks like we are okay for now. Let's see how did we get these numbers, frequent renter points, and also the amount. So I don't need to see this part looks like for now. Close it. And we can see the result on the left. Let's study the code over here. So here we see this vector, looks like vector. You need to create enumeration from rentals.elements. So we are going to walk over each of them. So this is it has a one string result. It set the rental record for get name, looks like this. For Bob comes from this get name, from this one. You may say why it is using get name, so formal. This is yours, you can use underscore name. That's okay. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. So for now, that's it. We can change it, but let's see. Let's keep as is. And there's a while loop here, which ends where? Let me mark this one. Maybe it will mark here. It ends over here, okay? So we cannot see entirely, but very close here. Okay, what's happening here? While rentals has more elements, What these elements are? Rental, right? So the names are not clear to me, but rentals has more rentals, okay, more elements. So in order to get the first one, I can use with the for each loop, right? And get the each rental. And next element is going to give me the first element at first time. And then later on, what are we going to do is, okay, there's a switch statement. Okay, now the price code just comes in the picture. You know, we get the price code, if you remember from the bits. This was the, where is it? I believe in here, right? The price code, yes. So we get the price code, but we didn't have any meaning. 201, what does that mean? But most likely these are 2012, these are the price code. So going back to the customer, if the movie, okay, this is customer class, we have movie. If it is regular, we add $2. Most likely this is a dollar. And if you rent, get days rented, what is each rental? It keeps the rental more than 2 days. Looks like you rented -2. So if it is rented more than 2 days, you are paying $1.50 after this amount you add plus equal to get days rented. So if you're assuming you are rented, like let's say 4 days, if you rent it for 1 day, $2 you are going to pay. If you are going to rent 2 days, you pay again $2. But if you rent it at 3 days, for each day you pay $1.50 later. You don't pay $2, So that's it for this one. So how about if it is new release, you pay for each day $3. So it's very expensive. If it is children, you add $1.50, but if you rent it more than 3 days, so 1 day is okay, 2 days okay, $1.50 only you pay for the entire. But if it is more than three days, okay. If it is 4 days, additional days you pay $1.50. So what is the meaning of it? There is no discount, but you get at least, 3 days, only $1.50 you pay. Additional days are $1.50. Okay. So, and for now, we had this frequent render point, which is initialized to 0, and total amount, we didn't do anything yet. We are just calculating for the first movies this amount, right? So this amount, but we are still in the while loop, if you notice. Yes. So we calculated the amount of this movie. If it is regular, this is it. If it is renewable, it's this one. It is children, this one. So we get this amount, which is not a good name. So we get the amount. So what is going to happen? This amount is added to total amount, looks like when I highlight it. Okay, this is cool. So we are understanding total amount. We will be calculating, adding this each individual amount of what? Each in the rentals, movie. So we can say rental because rental has one movie and the rental has more information. Okay, so we understand total amount where it comes. In the while loop we calculate. How about frequent renter points? Looks like we are incrementing by 1 for each movie, but there is conditions add bonus for a 2-day new release rental. So if you have a movie, oh, this is a chain, you see. And then if it's a new release, price code, and you rent it more than 1 day, your frequent renter points, you add one more. So you get one additional points. So before continuing to the next movie, next rental, you add result plus equal to, which we added at the very beginning, rental record for get name, right? We added this get movie, get title, and the value of individual ones. So Dumbo, $1.50. And there's a tab, if you see. I believe this is one tab. Oh my gosh, it's a long tab, right? So one tab. And then we have tab after title. There's a tab over here, looks like. Yes, there's a tab. And we print the value. Here is it. And we have a new line over here. We have a new line. So all of them. Then at the end, what do we do? After this, we print the amount owed is, here it is, total amount, and you earned whatever the frequent renter points, and we return this result. If you look at statement, maybe get statement should be, because function names generally verbs, right? Like this. Add rental, get name. So this should be get statement. Or if this is just returning text, you may say get text statement. So all this is possible. There are so much things we can change, but we are studying code right now. So you may see where this is coming from. If you go to the main function, we have two customers. So each of them has statement. So same thing is happening for the N, and like it happened for the Bob. So I believe this much is good enough for the studying. We will move to the presentation to study more about this code. See you in the next video.